Hello, and welcome to today's SAP Business One video on customer relationship management within SAP Business One. Today I'm going to give you a high-level overview of how our customers here at Navigator Business Solution use the CRM functionality on a day-to-day basis. So the first thing in the heart of CRM is our business partner master data. So let's take a look at that and how you can track your customers and your leads over time from a prospect standpoint, and how efficient Business One uses the CRM functionality to assist with this. So first, again, I'm going to go into CRM here, and I'm going to first pull up the Business Partner Master Data, and it automatically populates in Find mode. So the main thing, maybe you're using Salesforce or another CRM tool, a lot of challenges that I see is that customers have that information from their specific CRM system and have to copy it into Business One. So to eliminate that, Business One automatically tracks your leads, your customers, and your vendors. And once that lead becomes a customer, all you have to do is change the status. It's that easy. So I'm going to pull up a lead here in our system to show you how the traceability works within Business One. It's going to populate all my leads. I'm going to pull up my lead 3 here. And you can see in the Business Partner Master Data all the lead information. And down here on the right is the main aspect of the Business Partner Master Data from a CRM standpoint. Here I can view related activities, I can view related opportunities, I can also create activities and opportunities, as well as sales quotes and sales orders. So from one click, very efficient tool. But let's view a related opportunity for this specific lead. You can see the opportunity that's linked to it. If I click on the golden link arrow here, the opportunity populates. Up top of my header information, I can see the lead information as well as the sales employee assigned to this opportunity. I can see the title of the opportunity and the percent that I have from closing. And where that percent is populated or calculated to say is down here in these specific tabs. So first you can see from a prospect standpoint, you as a user can define the potential. So potential days of closing, its actual closing date, the amount for the specific lead, as well as you can see gross profit total. And if you have a level of interest, I have it as warm, but you can populate it to be cool, hot, or you can define your own. It's very flexible from that aspect. From a general tab information, you could add specific business partners. Maybe they were the ones that told you about the lead information and generated this lead for you, and you can add that information here. In the Stages tab, and I'd say this is probably the meat of the opportunity feature, is where you track your overall opportunity or prospect. So here we started out with a 6% chance of closing the deal. The next stage I have is I had a meeting, and during that meeting I was able to generate a sales quotation, and I also linked this meeting and through an activity here. So you can see here that there's a sales quotation as well as an activity assigned to this specific row. So if I wanted to view that specific sales quotation, I can click on my golden link arrow here. I can see that it was assigned to this specific lead, and I can see the item for the quantity and the total price. So that's a nice feature to be able to track documents and assign it to the opportunity. So let's take a look at that activity to actually track the meeting. So if I click on the golden link arrow here, I can see that there was an activity at 1811 from a time standpoint, and during this meeting I generated a quote. But I want to view more information, so I'll click on the golden link arrow here, and the activity populates. And here you can track from a user standpoint the overall meeting. Maybe it's a phone call, a task, a campaign, a note. You can define others as if you like, as well as the type is a general meeting, but I can define new based off of the specific activity. This is my user logged into the system, and down low I have start and end times, the total duration, the priority of the meeting. I can add a location. If it reoccurs, this meeting, I can populate that, or if I need a reminder, I can add that as well. So again, it's a nice clean tool for tracking standpoints. But I'm going to click on the other details here. Maybe I have a specific resource that I want to link to this meeting, or if I want to link it to a financial project, that feature's there as well. If I have to add any remarks or content, you can see I generated a quote. I add that there. And finally, any link documents that you want to add, I link this to my opportunity, and any attachments, you certainly can do that as well. So that's a little bit from a business partner master data standpoint on how we track opportunities with activities for a specific prospect within the system. The next thing is looking at some other features within the CRM report here, or the module I should say. And from CRM, you can certainly generate a campaign. You can do a specific single campaign if you like to do it on your own. I'll pull up one that we've created in the past here, and you can see all the specific business partners that I have assigned to this campaign when it was created. It's targeting all my manufacturers, and if I wanted to link it to specific items, I can do that. But let's go back to the target BPs here, and you can see that if I got a response, I can add all this information here and add if I've received a response based off of the mass campaign that I'm creating. Another nice tool in the CRM feature is the campaign generation wizard. You certainly can base it off a campaign that you've already created, or you can create your own. So I'm going to click next to start the campaign wizard, and it kind of just walks you through steps so you don't miss a beat and all the information is correct. So I'm going to do it based off of an existing campaign here for Zach, and I'm going to click next. Here I can have the specific campaign name, so maybe I want to change it to today's date. And the type of campaign, I'm going to send out mass text messages to all my customers. I could do it for vendors. I'm going to target my manufacturers. My owner is Walter Williams, and I'm going to have today's start date here, as well as if I wanted an end date, maybe let's make it for the next month. We'll make it for February 1st here. And if I need specific items or partners or add any remarks, I certainly can do that as well. Once I click next, it's going to pull up all my customers associated with my manufacturers group. I can add, I can clear, I can import from Excel, which is also a nice feature within Business One. But once I'm ready to move forward, I click next. Here I can save the campaign and execute, save the campaign and exit. I can generate an external list. I can send emails. You can see that there's many options, but I'm just going to save and exit, and it creates the campaign for me here. So that's how simple it is to use in the system, and you can do mass campaigning that way. CRM has a lot of reports that is very user-friendly, so let's take a look at a couple CRM reports here. If I want to view all my activities, I certainly can do that. I can view inactive customers, campaign lists, but there's also many opportunity reports. A popular one here is the stage analysis. So I'm going to click on my stage analysis. You can see that there's start and predicting dates. Let's just do it based off of previous history here. So let's go back into 2019. Since we just closed out the year, but I want to see some stage analysis from the previous year. And let's do the 16th of January, and we'll make it through the 30th. And then I can specify, more information if needed, but I'm going to click OK. And you can see that if the date range is not correct, the system will notify you. And so that's a nice tool to have, that you don't have to search or track anything. You simply can just plug in and recheck everything. And once everything looks okay, you can see here that here's my stage analysis. So let me make this a little bit bigger for you, and you can see how clean the stage analysis is. I have my specific sales employees. I have based off of the specific meetings, the define, the actual, and the lead stages. I have a nice graph representation. I can certainly do it by specific business partners. So if I double click on my lead here, I can do it for specific leads, and it'll pull up another stage analysis by business part. And I can change the interval days. Maybe I don't want to see it in 30 days. I can do it by 7 days, and it will track that information. So the stage analysis is a nice, clean feature to view information. and you certainly can use Crystal Report functionality to create a nice report based off of the stage analysis that you could export maybe to a PDF, print it out and send it to fellow users, or just whatever you really need to. It's a nice common tool within the system to populate. So you can see here that my report populates. It's nice and clean, and I have this for future purposes. And maybe you're a paper person. Sometimes I like to have the actual physical paper in my hand, so this is a nice tool to have. Another report that's really popular is the pipeline report. So I'm going to scroll down here and pull up my opportunities pipeline report. And basically what this report does is it shows me my expected total versus weighted amount from an opportunity standpoint in a deal closing. This is huge for companies that track their leads and use CRM from a sales standpoint for sure. And you can specify it again by BP code, sales employee, stage, date, document amount, and percentage rate to get real specific. Another nice tool that I like to show customers is under the go-to functionality, there's a dynamic opportunity analysis. And this takes all of your opportunities in the system and over time will show you the potential wins versus losses. So if I click the play button here, you can see the dots here moving towards win, lost, or in between. So again, it's a nice clean tool that Business One has. It's real-time data that tracks it for you, and it's very organized and clean. That concludes my overview of CRM within the Business One system. Thank you for listening, and take care.